If everybody could please also start recording.
Oh yes, thank you, Micah.
Your local audio, that would be wonderful.
We will Jack
kick off today's session with a recap of what took place last time. We did end on a bit of a cliffhanger, if you will, and you will, because I'm the DM, and so I will tell you that you will. Ha ha ha. And so that's how we will kick things off today. But did we have any questions or needs to be reminded about anything else? Do you know where you are and who you are?
Yes.
In D&D, yes. In
D&D,
no.
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. No, absolutely no idea who I am in life. I will just note for folks, I was having a lot of trouble with Beyond 20. It turns out currently you need to turn off digital dice to get it to work.
Oh, that's good to know.
There was new stuff that was shipped. I turned that off and it started working perfectly for me.
So yes, if you
Roll20 or D&D Beyond.
Oh, Beyond 20, the little
the
Chrome
add-on.
extension.
Got it.
Okay. To get it to work, you have to turn off digital dice in D&D Beyond.
Got it.
Oh, I think it worked.
Oh, good. Well, that's what's important. If it works for you, that's what matters.
I also have physical dice because I like to change it up.
They are nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wish my physical dice would magically appear.
Right. You're like, where did I put those
That's
again?
James's next project.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah.
Physical dice by P-Calc.
Yeah, I'm not actually going to do that because I looked into it and anything where you're like doing fulfillment of physical goods is just horrendous, especially
it's bad.
at the
It's
moment.
so bad.
Can we
Oh, yeah.
we just make a special set just for like us?
Yeah, well, you can. It's the
Just do it yourself is what you're saying.
well, no, well,
It's
there's
expensive.
you could get into like resin dice making.
I thought about it.
I
have thought about it too.
I bought Tiff for her birthday like
Aw.
3 years ago. A resin dice making molds and stuff. But then I think she bought a pub, so things got a bit busy.
Yeah. And now Marco has decided that he is he now runs a fleet of Mac Minis.
Yes. I have that. I have that D20 as well, Micah.
For some reason, it's not lighting up all of a sudden.
Well, I see
there
it's
we go.
lighting.
That's fun.
Oh.
Erica has a really big one that lights up, but when you roll a 20,
these ones
very
are
exciting.
Bluetooth, so they will report the results and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rosemary just got her set of the 7 dice, like
That's actually how I ended up getting this one, was because she was bragging about it before iOS Today, and I said, I need to have one of those. But they don't sell the full set on their site. Just the okay.
Where is it? Was this Game with Pixels?
Yes, Game with Pixels.
Thank you.
You're very
Looking
welcome.
forward to it.
And yeah, you can also hack it to, well, not hack it. They want you to hack it, so it's not really a hack. You can set it up to do your roles like in D&D Beyond and stuff as well, which is kind
Oh
of
my
cool.
God, how much money am I going to spend?
Right? All right, so if everyone's recording
Yes.
and the YouTube is rolling,
I believe it is.
beautiful, then we will get going.
Hooray.
Let's see. I need to have a sip of this little water here.
Oops, I'm in the wrong. Oh no, that's still open from before. I now have so many games that I play. It's so wonderful. It makes me so happy.
Excuse me. Wow. All right. Here we go. In 3, 2. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. This is, of course, the podcast where we, your dear, dear nerd friends, play Dungeons and Dragons online for your amusement. I am your dungeon master. My name is Micah Sargent, and I am joined by a cast of carefully selected characters who are here to delight you as well. We are joined, firstly, I'm going in the opposite direction in Zoom. We are joined by the wonderful Annette Wierstra. Hello, Annette.
Hello, Micah. I'm very excited to be here playing Isidore Lenore. They, them. I use she, her pronouns. And they are a dragonborn paladin.
Wonderful. We are also joined by Aline Sims. Hello, Aline.
Hello, I'm playing Avinia, the drow cleric, and Avinia and I both use she, her pronouns.
Also joined by Brian Guffey.
Hello, I am playing Thalmar Skystrider, the genderless Shadarkai artificer, and who uses they, them pronouns. I also use they, them pronouns.
And lastly, but certainly not leastly, we're joined by the one pressing all the buttons and making sure that we can bring this to you. It's the wonderful James Thompson. Hello, James.
Now I'm feeling the pressure if this recording fails. That it's, I have been told. You've been told whose fault it is. Yes, I am playing Blarb, they, them, a changeling warlock, who is in turn playing Jet Whiteblossom, she, her, an inconspicuous human who currently has a caterpillar on her shoulder.
Yes, indeed you do. So let's remember where we were last time. When we last left our heroes in the Din Sing Night Market, they stood at the entrance of Madame Culp's tent, fresh off their victory in the Greet the Heat Pepper Challenge, still puzzled by the inexplicable rain of persimmons that had drenched a nearby stall, and now staring down a small, fuzzy newcomer perched on Jet's shoulder. A fey caterpillar familiar called Blurb? Through Blurb's quiet, vibrating chirps to Madame Culp's prized Tut-Krog silk spinners, the party learned that the gentle creatures were terrified of enormous, leathery, winged bat-like things that none of them had yet laid eyes on. Avinia's knowledge failed to put a name to the threat, and before they could press further, Madame Culp swept them down a trapdoor into the dim, dust and spice-scented storerooms beneath her tent for the next market game. A 1-minute hide-and-seek with 4 very small, very well-trained caterpillars. What followed was a chaotic, fumbling descent. Isidore caught a face full of paprika and later sneezed lightning into a cloud of oregano. Avinia stalked the dark with her drow eyes, but couldn't seem to find what she heard. And Jet, bless them, finally cast Speak with Animals and bribed the little creatures out of hiding with handfuls of dried apricots and raisins. The party returned to the surface triumphant, and Madame Culp, gracious in defeat, leaned in close with something quieter to say. That Lamai and Kusa, for all their feuding, are not the villains here. A generational curse? Perhaps. A wound passed down? Yeah. But not malice. Something else is at work in this market. And as if summoned by the very words, a familiar small figure came tearing through the crowd. Gammon, the kobold, breathless and wild-eyed, clutching an enormous wok, stamped with the unmistakable Zungun family seafood crest. A wok he swore he had just pulled from inside the Tianmo noodle stall. Kutha, he cried out, why with our wok in their shop? And if you will recall, you saw Gammon sort of skittering past as you all were talking to Madame Culp, having just finished this challenge. So what do you do as you see little Gammon run by?
Apparently nothing.
We're all like stunned into silence.
Yeah.
I think Thalmar reaches out and grabs Culp. Be like, hold on, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you grab Madame Culp. Okay, gotcha.
Oh no, sorry, not Madame Culp. I want to grab
Gammon.
Gammon.
Yes, he's running down.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check. We will see if you can stack up to Gammon's.
Hey, I think I can.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, with a 19. Let me see here if that's going to do it. And yes, because Gammon is running and does not see a sort of rotted persimmon in the middle of. He rolled a 1 in the middle of the path, and whoops, slips, falls to the ground. The wok goes flying, and Jet, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please, as the wok comes flying at your face.
Oh, goodness.
That was a nat 20, so...
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Beautiful work.
on
So
now.
you see this wok come flying at your face, and what does it look like? How does Jet, nat 20-wise, dodge this, this
I
wok?
think she just puts up a hand and just grabs it out of the air and just holds it aloft like a mighty sword.
Can I say badass? Because that's what that is, honestly.
Yeah.
Bad arse. That was bad arse. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, you grab the wok in the air and you see that it does indeed have the Zungun family seafood crest on it. Remember that there's this ongoing wonder, this ongoing concern that there's thievery between these two families, and so for little Gammon to find the wok, it is a bit of a question of what the heck is going on here. So you catch it. Gammon falls to the ground. Gammon stands up and sort of brushes himself off and says, yes, so could you please give me that back? I need to return it.
No.
What? This is very peculiar. That doesn't belong to you.
We are investigating here, and this is evidence.
Oh, right. Oh, right. Kusa said that, okay, yes. Do you like, can I, and he starts giggling and he comes closer and he goes, can I see your badge, please?
Luckily, I have a series of these made for just such an occasion. So I pull out a badge that just says investigator. That's just one word. That's it.
He looks at it. He actually like sticks out his little clawed finger, and as if it's a hooked on phonics moment, investigator, gator. So cool. And he says, right, so I'll just be on my way. Good luck with anything, and if you need any help, sort of junior investigator, I would be happy to be of service.
Excuse me, young man, before you leave.
Yes.
I would like, what do you know about, what can you tell us? I'd love to, you seem like a very important individual. You say, junior investigator.
I
wonder.
Sort of important, yes.
I would like, what do you know?
What do I know? Well, I know that Lamai is a thief and stole our green onions. I know that Lamai and all of Lamai's people are thieves, and they're not very nice. That's what I know. What, like, is there anything specific you're wondering about?
Yes, I am. I mean, what, you say you know this. Did you see it happen? What can you tell me about what happened that day? Were you around at the store?
The day when the onions were stolen? No, I mean, I was at the store. I was working, and I went to go grab the onions, and I didn't find them. And my first thought, obviously, was that the Tienmos were trying to make it so that I couldn't make the food for the day, so we wouldn't make any money. So obviously, I left the stall in the hands of my friend, and I went. And
who's your friend?
My friend, Jammin.
Jammin. Okay.
Yes. Was table talk. was not prepared for that. So Jammin is Gammon's friend.
I love it.
It is not just a made up thing that just happened. I mean, it is a made up thing that just happened, but yeah, Jammin is Gammon's friend. I did before. I want to continue with this line of questioning if you would like to, but I do want to take a little pause here while this is going on because Jet, you are holding the walk. I would like from you an investigation check as you are holding this walk. And I'm going to give you advantage because of the fact that you caught it and you're holding it. The DC is 14, so let me know if you beat a 14.
Well, no, that was not. That was a 10, and that is a 15. So,
all right. So what you notice is as you grabbed that handle, you feel the handle is kind of rough and it looks like it's been gnawed on by kind of small teeth.
Interesting.
So that's something that you clock. Let's go back, though, to the conversation. So you were asking Gammon. Gammon says that he left the shop in control of Jammin took over for Gammon while he went to go check on the onion or to go find the onions, which you'll recall this whole adventure started off with Gammon holding those onions that he did indeed find in the Tienmo's shop.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, I understand. So you ran over there and you immediately found them there.
Yes, they were right inside, and it's like it's almost as if like the sky opened up, the sun was shining down on these beautiful onions, and I grabbed them and I said, "Oh, it's so obvious. Of course they would have them." And I ran back, planning to continue on with the day's work. Now, it is a little odd now that I think about it that they were just sitting there. Why would they not hide the onions?
Yes,
I have a follow-up question. Were the onions in any way nibbled?
No, in fact, I take umbrage to you making the suggestion that we'd ever use nibbled onions in our food. They were perfectly preserved and ready for consumption for the first time. It's not secondary consumption. We don't do pre-digested onions at our shop.
I hold out the pan and gesture at the bite marks that are on it.
You see Gammon come over and go, sorry, do you eat wood? What's the deal here?
This was not I. This is how I caught it. I think something has nibbled on this.
I think you're right. I didn't notice that when I was carrying the pan, but my goodness, it seems someone is That's weird.
We have other evidence, which I'm not at liberty to disclose, which suggests there may be creatures around.
Yes, there are lots of creatures around. It is the Zungu night market. We have people from all over who come to the Radiant Citadel.
Not the kind of creatures that spend money, the kind that nibble things.
Oh, dear.
Anyway.
Ooh, do you think there are... And he gets very close. And he goes, gremlins here?
Can't
and he's looking around.
Can't rule it out.
It's a possibility.
Dear. Oh dear. I need to go let Kusa know that this is going on. Listen.
One last question for you before you go. I really appreciate you. And do you think, Chet, we could give him a junior investigator badge?
I quickly reach into my jacket and I get a pen and I add a junior underneath the badge and hand it over.
As you do, you see Gammon, who is normally sort of this kind of orangey red color, just like it suddenly becomes pastel, like as if going white with just shock. And then immediately the color comes back and sort of like jumping up and down. Oh my goodness, junior investigator. I'm going to learn. I've got to get a notebook. I got to have so many clues. You see, he's walking away, so excited.
Gammon, before you go, remember.
Yes. What?
It's very, very secret. You must keep this to yourself that you're undercover.
Oh,
Gammon.
Yes, I will. Oh, okay, yes. I won't take notes in front of people. Right. Okay, very secret. Yes, good. Will do. Okay, bye. And he runs off. As he runs off, from this point forward, the group will have advantage on persuasion checks with Gammon because of the junior investigation badge that has made all the difference in his mind. All right. So, we are going to. Yes, please.
Could I take a look at that pan? Specifically, I want to know, can one of us tell what kind of creature made the tooth marks?
What I would love is it could be a survival check or a nature check.
I hand it over to whoever's good at that because it ain't me.
I got +4 to survival.
You're way better than me.
Yeah, please.
That is a maths 20.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Come on there.
I think you kind of look at you get really close to the handle, sort of holding it up to your eyes, and you are kind of like picking at it a little bit and trying to see if there's anything left over from whatever was chewing on it, if something sort of came off. And you are kind of, I think you might even sniff it at one point, really trying to get the vibe of what is happening, what could possibly be going on. And what you see is a tiny bit of like the flesh of a fruit that you come to realize is persimmon. And so obviously whatever is chewed on this also likes persimmons. And I think with that maths 20, you are able to remember that there are, you don't know which ones, but you remember that sort of lower cognition fey creatures, if you will. They're sort of like the pets in fey world, or the animals of fey world. They're like lower cognition fey creatures that really like persimmons, but you don't remember which ones. You just know they're not super sentient, I guess is the best way to put it. You couldn't just straight up talk to them. That's not like a fairy or a pixie or something like that. But some sort of fey animal is what you think is gnawed on this.
It's not a caterpillar, though.
No. In fact, the caterpillar doesn't have enough sort of bite strength, I would think, to be able to do this. So you know that it's some sort of critter with lots of teeth.
Bat-like, perhaps.
Something bat-like, perhaps.
Was there somebody at this market that had books that might help us identify?
That's a great question. Yeah, in fact, there are a few shops that are available, and you kind of you look around and you step away from the games and everything in the middle for a while, and you are kind of looking around at the different stalls, and there's a section that seems to be kind of devoted to literature, and so you walk in and you find a little shop filled with all sorts of books. And there's a section within the shop that is sort of bestiary. And so as you kind of approach that section, you see a small gnome behind the counter come up and say, hello, could I help you?
I'm looking for a book that would help me identify a small fey creature that likes persimmons.
A small fey creature that likes persimmons. Well, we do have a book. We have a couple of books on fey creatures. Are you wanting to buy the book, or is this more of a perusal? Because I could allow you to do that for a nominal fee that is less than the purchase of a book.
I say, no, don't worry. We're going to buy the book.
Oh, lovely. Well, let's see. I've got a book on fey archery. No, fey. Oh, oh, yes. Here we go. This should be helpful. And he blows the dust off of this book and says, fey creatures, a bestiary. And hands are sort of holds it up to you and says 15 gold pieces for this book.
I hand over the 15 gold pieces. I did actually check that I have the money, and I do. So
Nice.
I have extra if you needed more.
we can settle up later, but
Okay.
I figured we don't want to be shortchanging these people. I take the book and I go to the back and I look for the index and I look for the persimmons.
Okay. Sort of like a cross check.
Yeah, because there's going to be like 10 pages that mention persimmons, but we can work this out.
Yeah. So I think what I'd like for you to do is give me a straight up intelligence roll. And if you roll high, then it will take you less time to get to where you're trying to get. If you roll low, it's going to take you a lot longer to get to where you're going, or to find what you're looking for.
I'm going to look up. Yeah. Go ahead, Brian.
I was thinking, can I give the help action because I've been all over the world?
Absolutely, yeah. So you lean in to help, kind of provide some advice, as long as, of course, Jet is okay with being helped. Obviously,
I'm happy to be helped.
Beautiful. So go ahead and roll.
Got +0 on intelligence.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So roll with advantage.
Okay. Well, that was an 8, so that's not good. And that was 16. Which
all right, with
better.
this, yeah, 16 is pretty good. So you end up taking about 15 minutes of browsing through, and you find what you were looking for, which is the persimmons. Yes. Bat-like, yes, and you find an entry for a creature called a winling. Wynling, winling.
Nice.
And you see that this critter is pretty cute, honestly. It's a small little sort of sugar, what are those called? Like sugar glider-esque.
Yeah.
Big green eyes, long tail, quite long fingers and toes, and bat-like wings. And you read that these creatures are kind of playful, they're a little mischievous, and they like to pull pranks. Interesting.
I want one.
I know, me too.
I'm thinking I could cast Find Familiar again and have one.
That's true.
But will it know what we need it to know?
Well, it could possibly. Doesn't hurt to have an in. So I'm just. I can't remember. I've got one spell slot left. is it worth turning my caterpillar into a windling? Or should I save that for some like actual battle?
I was going to say we might need.
I think we save.
That's fair.
So you took some time to learn a little bit about the critter. You do have a little bit of respect among the people of the night market, which gives you the ability to ask questions. But there is one more game that you can play to basically gain more renown, which would open you up to being able to have kind of as much information as possible in this mystery of what's going on in the night market. So it's up to you if you'd like to go around with what you know, with your level of renown right now, and ask different people what's up. They would be happy to kind of tell you what they know and what they trust letting you know. Or you could head back to the market games, finish out there, and then continue on with your investigation. Entirely up to you.
In the book... Go on.
Oh, I was just going to say I would like to go back and do the last
Game.
Yeah, no,
game.
I think that makes sense. I was just going to say, in the book where it was talking about these windlings doing pranks, was that an implication that they do pranks on their own, or they were heavily suggestible to go and do pranks?
So it's when the writers were talking about pranks, they were specifically talking about how the windlings are rather territorial, and when people come near their territories, they are pranksters who do that to kind of deter. So it's more of a deterrent that's natural to them. The mischievousness is natural to them, rather than it being something that they are told to do. But it's possible that they could also be told to do. You're not sure. It's just that it's sort of their nature to get people away by being pranksters.
I think we should do the final task, but on the way there, I'm going to look out for any stalls that are selling persimmons, because I would like to have some.
That's not a bad idea. So yeah, as you're making your way back, you actually find a couple of stalls that have different fruits and vegetables and other produce available, and you are able to pick up some persimmons for a few copper pieces. And yeah, how many do you grab?
I'm gonna say 6, and
all right.
I think they probably come in little packs.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
6, stick them in my bag with my new book. And,
nice. They're wrapped in you realize you've seen, because there's sort of this netting around them to keep them safe, and you realize that it's Tutkrog caterpillar silk that has been woven into these little nets that wrap around the fruit or the produce to keep it safe from being bruised. And yeah, they come in 3s, and so you get 3 packs of persimmons. And now we've done the shopping episode. No, so yes, you've got your persimmons, and you make your way back to the market stalls, or rather the market games in the middle, and there's only one left. It is run by Sid Squid, who is the person who runs the Trusty Leak. And this is called, as you approach, you see in front of you a sign that says Battle Prawns, the Shrimpening. And
that's so
you
good.
hear like dum 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 dum, this great like drums playing. It seems very serious. The tent in front of you is decorated in a nautical theme. You see a lot of rope decor all around. There are brass fixtures, and Sid and 5 assistants are all standing there. They're wearing yellow chef's outfits and welcome you to participate in the challenge. And Sid walks up to everyone and says hello and tells you that what you will need to do in this challenge is you're going to help make gigantic shrimp cakes. And your job is to do so as quickly as possible. So people participating in this challenge have to rapidly prepare prawn meat and also chop beans for the sous chefs. And if you do so fast enough, then you will win the challenge. There is no rule against using magic during this event. And you see Sid and Sid's assistants kind of approach you all and say, who's going to be participating in this challenge?
I put my hand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I will, but I don't like raw meat.
Oh, no.
Ugh.
You can
I'm a
do the beans.
Shadow Kai, I don't care.
I can do the beans.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. There are beans to do as well. So all 4 of you plan to participate, which is good because that is exactly what they were hoping for. The more people, the better. And so as you are led into the main part of the tent, you see that there are excited onlookers who are all throughout the bleachers. One half of the space is crowded with cooking tools, a pair of oversized woks, and 2 long cutting stations that contain bundles of foot-long green beans. The other side holds a pool-sized glass tank filled with water, and the water churns as large, shadowy shapes move within the tank. So you can see that you are currently at the preparation tables, and the way that this goes is you are all going to essentially work as quickly as you can to make these to make the shrimp cakes. So first it starts with the beans. And so you see these huge green beans that are on the table. Everything here is kind of oversized. You have to chop or mash the beans with the knives that are on the table. And you can use the knives on the table, but you can also use your own tools if you'd like to. Table talk, just so you all understand sort of the mechanism of it. Each pile is basically an object with an AC of 10, HP of 15, and they are immune to certain types of damage, which you'll have to find out. You are going to need to reduce the bean pile to 0 hit points, at which point the beans will be added to the woks, okay?
So good.
Then, after that, you'll move on to producing the prawns. You are not required to participate in both, but obviously doing so will make things move a lot faster. So if you are ready to begin, or actually I should ask, do you have any questions before we begin this challenge?
Not yet.
No, I think we don't know what we don't know.
I'm just looking at my spells and going, well,
Yeah, I was doing the same thing.
I can heat them up.
Yeah, I could cook them.
Do I have a shield? Can I like bash them with my shield?
I'm like, what do I have? Yeah.
I don't have a shield. I have a javelin and a sword, and I have breath, lightning breath.
I don't know, witch bolting some green beans seems...
Oh my God.
We only have so many like spells too.
Yeah, I can do one big spell.
I got 2.
I've got some cantrips, but
Yeah, I think tolling the dead won't help get these.
I do have a quarterstaff.
Oh, I could Eldritch Blast them. That's a cantrip.
Ooh.
That feels
do-
good.
I could give. Yeah, I could toll the dead, which is a cantrip.
I can see how excited this all makes Mike.
which
Three, 2, 1, start. You hear, and I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Okay. That's a
So
12 for me.
Whoa, look at me.
15.
I see. 12 for Thalmor, you said. Isidore got what?
15.
15.
I got a 12.
It's rejecting me.
All right, excellent. So, Isidore, you are up first.
Wait, I got a
And-
20. Didn't I get a 20?
Oh, what did I end up putting in there? Whoops, might be.
You put 12.
Yeah, I got
I'm
12.
so proud of my 20.
So 20, Isidore got 15, Blarb got 12, Avinia got 4. Is that correct? Okay, excellent. So, yes, right in front of you, you see these lovely, gigantic green beans. And the only thing you need to do is chop these things up. So, can you do it?
Do we mean chop as in like the Smash Workers chop?
Say that again. I'm so sorry.
Does Smash Workers chop?
Does Smash work as chop? You need to cut. You need to reduce these beans to 0 hit points in whatever way you see fit.
Excellent. Okay. Got it. Okay, and so here we go. I'm going to attack them with my quarterstaff.
So you do go ahead and roll to hit. Remember, AC is 10. 19 definitely hits. And what kind of damage are you doing?
We're doing two-handed damage.
All right, so that's
Bludgeoning.
5 bludgeoning damage. So you see Thalmor sort of, reach up, and there we go. Those beans need to be giant sized. Perfect. Reach up with
big
your
beans.
quarterstaff, smash down on these beans, and they take 5 damage. As you hear one of the assistants go, "Now that's how you get those beans ready."
Eat them, baby.
Anything else on your turn?
Do I have a bonus action that I can do? Well, no, because I didn't use a light weapon. So, and the blessing of the Raven Queen would be really funny. I do not need to teleport up to 30 feet. No, I think that's it.
All right. Next, we are going to move along to Isidore. Chop those beans.
I am going to use my longsword. Micah, based on these pictures, are we attacking 2 piles of beans or one?
Yeah, I don't know why it's got both of them going to. Does that are you seeing that it's counting down on both? Is that what you were asking?
I can't see that it's counting down. I just see
that's good.
2 separate tables.
Yeah, so there are 2 separate tables of beans. And
Okay, so me and Jet are working on one.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to use my longsword on them.
All right. We'll roll to hit.
Oh, apparently this is not how you do it, because I rolled a 9, and that includes a +4.
Oh, wow. So you go to pull out your longsword. You're like, well, these are large beans. And I think what ends up happening is as you go to pull it out, it like catches on the edge of the wooden table and gets stuck there for a moment because your longsword's really sharp. And so it's like almost like butcher block table. And you kind of look around like,
I'm very embarrassed.
anything else you could do on your turn?
No, I could heal the beans, and I don't think we want to do that. No pilling.
No bean healing.
Nope.
All right, we'll move along to Jet.
Right. Well, I think the Eldritch Blast is probably a bit silly. I'm going to reach into my jacket and pull out 2 daggers and start attempting to chop with both of them. So that will be 2 dagger attacks.
You hear the announcer say, "Where possibly could those daggers have come from? It's a new strategy here on the Shrimpening, actually using normal sized knives to cut some beans."
But I'm going to do it with flair.
Tell us what flair looks like in this case.
Well, I think I think it's like, you've gone to, what's that? Whatever the restaurants where they put on a show while they're doing the
Like a
Benihana?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do a performance roll as part of this if this works. And we'll see if I can, knives in the air, kind of catching them.
Now, I just want to, this is 100% a choice that you are making. I have not pushed you into doing a performance roll, just so everybody understands.
I know.
You are taking a risk.
Yes, but it's like, if we're going to build up some kudos in this place.
Let's do it.
And
You
that
have
is
to.
why I'm
Fair,
giving you
fair.
inspiration, because it's a brave choice to make, and I think it's very much of your character. And by the way, I play with the modern D&D 5e 2024 rules, which means that inspiration is actually called heroic inspiration. And what that means is you can re-roll any roll, not just a d20 check. So if you want to, you can use your inspiration to re-roll the damage that you do if you think that the damage is too low, or re-roll a d4.
fun.
It might be
whatever
re-rolling the performance if I mess it up. All right. Well, first of all, let's see if I can actually hit anything. Dagger +4. Okay, that was a 15. Was that
A 15, that hits.
Okay, that's 1d4 plus 2. That. Okay, that's 4 damage with the first knife. And that is a 23, which I
That'll definitely hit.
which is another 4 damage. And I will roll my performance to see if I can do this in a stylish fashion.
All right.
And no, so I'm gonna put I got an 8. Actually, that is a 14 because I've got a +6 performance.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I think that's probably good.
Yeah. A 14's not bad. I think you
Should
I think that
should
you-
I blow the inspiration on that?
No.
I don't think so.
Remember, I just took a sword and stuck it into a table. So your performance is going to look pretty good next to mine.
I would like to know, James, what do you think? How do you think a 14 performance translates into what Blarb/Jet is doing with these daggers?
I mean, I think this is going to be like one of the Olympic skating type performances where they make a little mistake, rest of it's great, but there's just like a part where they land slightly off. So I think I'm like basically juggling these knives while cutting. And I think probably one just like slightly comes down wrong, maybe clips my hand, but
ow.
I think it looks good. It looks showy. No risk without reward. No reward without risk. That's the one.
Indeed. And I think Isidore maybe sees the little bit of a slip, and that's like the extent of people. No one else notices that there was even any slip at all, as the crowd sort of roars at you chopping large beans. Anything else on your turn?
Can I do any bonus actions? No, that bonus action was my 2-weapon fighting. So No, yeah. Most of my skills, I think, I don't want to out myself as like being a warlock for a start. So
Fair enough. Avinia, it is your turn.
So my weapon is a mace, which I don't feel like would be great with green beans. So
I don't know.
but to use one of their knives, would that just be like my regular, like a dagger?
Yeah, it'd be a dagger
block?
attack.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and do that. Oh man, I'm just really used to my mace. I got a 9 to hit.
Oof.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think you grab for your mace and then you look and you're like, maybe not. And so you go to grab the dagger. And as you are going to slice into it, you realize that you're holding the dagger like you would hold a mace. And so it's just awkward. And you're just kind of like fumbling a little bit as you try to figure it out. Anything else you can do on your turn that you'd like to do?
I don't think so, unfortunately.
Let's move to round 2. And Thalmor, you are first.
Okay. I'm trying to see, like, do my tools. I'm like, oops, didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to be like, do any of the tools I have make more sense? Or is it just time? Like, what does alchemists have in their supplies?
Oh, yeah. Alchemist
Can I
could
just
have
light
some
them all on fire?
some sort of potion. The green bean chopping potion.
Did anybody else hear Micah just come across kind of like staticky?
Not at this end.
Test.
No, you're good.
Oh, it's all of you. It's me. Okay, cool. No problem.
You sound good.
Yeah, you sound good to us, at least.
Yeah.
Well, great. I can survive then. So, all right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to just once again, I think, actually, we're going to do, we're going to switch up our tool that we're using, and we're going to go to, how weird would it be to use a light crossbow?
If you use a crossbow, you will need to stand back from the table. And, you can stay next to the table, but then using a crossbow, you'll do so at disadvantage because it's a ranged weapon. But if you stood back and shot your crossbow, A, hilarious, B, that would work in this situation.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, I don't have anything. Wait, do my fists count in 2-weapon fighting as like light things?
Let me see. That's a good question. Let me look at your little character sheet here for a second and see. It looks like your unarmed strike is just one. Yeah,
with a
it's
light
only
weapon. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I think you can only do one punch.
Right, and I think, and the light crossbow, a light crossbow is still a 2-handed weapon, so it's
Right.
not a light weapon. Yeah.
I see what you're asking. Yeah, exactly. Well,
we'll attack with-
hold on. If it's a light crossbow, I think it's.
I
Yeah.
can shoot twice.
Yeah. You know what? Yes.
Great. Awesome. I'm standing back. I'm like, hold on, everybody. And we're going to attack with a light crossbow. It's a 13.
A 13 hits.
That's 3 piercing damage.
So you all see Thalmor step back, pull out a crossbow, load up the bolt, pull the trigger, and the bolt flies in and perfectly hits between 3 of the beans, splitting them in half.
Amazing. All right. And then I'm like, and now one more time. Well, okay, that one.
And that one, unfortunately, flies off into the distance and nearly hits a commoner in the foot, but misses, thank goodness.
Sorry.
You hear, souvenir! Very excited.
Wonderful,
right.
wonderful. All
Anything
right.
else on your turn?
Nope.
All right. Isidore, we're back to you.
Okay, so I'm going to leave my sword hanging out in the there, but I'm just going to step around the table this way. And I'm embarrassed, and Jet was like so flashy and got all these cheers. So I'm going to use my breath weapon.
Okay.
Which is lightning.
Okay.
Nice.
And
Yes,
I can do a cone.
Smoked
and I
beans.
think, I think if I do it, I will miss Jet and not get so far because it's 15 feet.
I can back away. I mean, like, I've probably got enough reaction to be...
Yeah, and I'm not trying to hit you. But, like, the cone...
Honestly, Jet can make it look really cool by, like, it's, like, coordinated between the two of you.
Yeah. So, yep. That's what I'm doing.
All right. So you go ahead and give me your roll to attack with your breath weapon. You said lightning?
I don't roll the beans.
Oh, the
To
beans
make a
roll.
DC-12 dex saving throw.
Can the very
beans
dexterous beans possibly avoid? Well, no, is the thing. They can't. And so they don't move as you see Isidore sort of breathe in, and then there's that smell of ozone in the air. Perhaps Jet, whatever part of you is molecularly reminiscent of hair, stands on edge, and then you see. Bzz, this was lightning, right? Not thunder.
Yes, lightning.
Strike out at the beans, and.
I need to hear that one more time, please.
Strike out at the beans as the beans ignite and turn into ash. And you hear the announcer say, "Ooh, it appears the contestant has used lightning damage, thereby incinerating the beans. Careful choices going forward, or you might fail this challenge."
Oh, no.
And
Really
so
interesting.
what you
Why?
have discovered is that there are some things you can't do to the beans lest they be destroyed forever. So
Mash
there's
them
only
too much.
one more bundle of beans. If you would like to go to that table, you still have movement available.
Okay, I will go to that table, but I'm grabbing my sword as I go to it.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and move your token, and then we will continue on. So, Jet, you have just seen the beans before you go up in smoke as lightning as lightning has struck out and hit them. What do you do?
Well, I'm a bit annoyed because I did quite a flashy first move on this and just been incinerated, but like, okay.
I'm not invited to the next challenge.
I run over to the other side of the table here, let's say here, and I throw 3 knives into the air, and I catch one in my left hand, one in my right hand, and then I cast Mage Hand, and I catch the 3rd knife. Now, this is all very flashy, but it is going to burn my turn. But it's going to look cool. And I don't think I can do anything else. But I've got 3 knives, like, ready to go.
All right. So you see the announcer says, it's Jet's turn, and there are no beans at this table. What will Jet do next? Apparently, make a lot of knives appear, and then that's it. Now, Avinia, it's your turn.
I'm just watching Jet. Like, that looked really cool. That looked really cool.
Not effective, but, like, the charisma's off the chart.
Yeah, that's right.
The Riz.
All right, so I think that I've got the knives down now. Mm-hmm. I hope. So I'm gonna just try to cut the beans with a knife. Yay! That
Yes.
was a 17.
A 17 will definitely hit a pile of large beans.
Okay, so let's see. And I rolled almost max damage, so I got 6
Nice.
damage on those beans.
Beautiful work. You, Avinia, you are so confident with this, with the knives in your hands, and you just take to it like butter. And these beans are all almost all chopped. There's one more bean left that needs to be prepared. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? My bad.
No, I'm good.
All right. As your turn comes to a close, you hear the announcer say, and with the start of this round, we are about halfway through the record time. Can these adventurers defeat this challenge in time? We're back at the start with Thalmer to kick things off.
All right, here we go. So this is more beans? Are we still beans?
You're still beans. Yeah, there's one more
All right,
bean
I
that's
gotta be
left that
careful.
needs to be dealt with.
One bean. Let's see. This time, Thalmar is like, I just got to try all of my fun things. So this time, Thalmar pulls out his short bow. Says we're going from
Crossbow to short bow.
to short bow. Exactly. This is a two-handed, only one turn. Let's see how it goes here. It does a 1d6 plus 1, so a little bit more. And we're going to roll it. Oh, Lord.
Oof. Oh, wait, that's the damage. That wasn't the...
Oh, it didn't. Okay.
So that's good because you still get to roll your d20.
Why didn't it? Okay, yeah. Okay, just didn't roll a d20 for me that time. That's fun. Where do I?
You might have to click on the hit part, I think is the... let me see what your roll would be. It's a +3, d20 +3.
Okay, yeah, roll d20 plus 3. Okay.
All right. So, you roll. No, you decide to switch out your crossbow. You're like, we got to try everything. You pull back your short bow, and I think what happens is from behind you, you hear this whoosh sound, and before you have even an opportunity to turn around, somehow like flying up over your head. And then splashing in, it sort of hits the end of your nose and splashes. It's water, and it goes in your eyes. And so you miss the green bean. And you realize that the creatures in the tank, one of them squirted at you and sort of distracted you
Grouse.
from your hit. Anything else on your turn?
No.
All right. Isidore, can you chop these beans?
No, I can't, but we're going to try again. I think we've all learned Isidore is a bad cook, so we're not good at this, but she's going back to her longsword with the hopes. She rolled
A 17 is high enough, and no matter what you would roll, you would have enough damage to hit the beans for what's left. You hear the announcer say, "Those beans have been chopped. Here come the sous chefs to put them into the wok." And they gather the beans, they throw them into the wok, and the announcer says, "Now they've got to claim a prawn. Head over to the tanks, contestants." And Isidore, still your turn, so you can use your movement to make your way up one of the platforms on either side, keeping in mind, of course, that you are needing to use your speed.
Okay, so I can walk to the corner of this tank. I'll go to the far one because my next turn, I can finish the move.
Beautiful. All right. You are far enough away that the prawns are not yet paying any attention to you. Blarb / Jet, you have seen the beans make their way into the walk, so you know that's ready, and it's time to move along. But let me pause right here and ask, do we want to take a quick break, or do we want to just go through and finish this challenge, and then that could be the session? Up to you all. Play straight through.
I'm good to play through.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Let's play
We're in
through and
the
we'll
zone.
defeat the challenge, and then we will do that. All right, so yes, Blarb, what would you like to do?
Just remind me, with the prawns, we are also just trying to reduce their hit points, or
that is actually a really good question. You need to defeat one of the prawns. That's all that's required for the recipe is one. And yes, it is also reducing the hit points of the prawn.
okay. Now, what would be bad? No, don't roll dice. What would be bad for prawns? That is. What kind of damage does an Eldritch Blast do? Well, it's energy. Let's try that. So, from where I am, I guess I can get one, two, I can get to here, and I will. So one of the things that I have as a cantrip is shape water.
Oh, of course.
I'm wondering if it would be to our advantage to push one of these things out of the tank.
Give me actually, because now Blarb, you're the closest to the tank. Before you do anything now, I would actually like for you to give me a perception check, DC 12.
Perception. Okay, I'm not great at perception, but let's see. Yeah, that's a 16.
All right. So you realize as you're looking at the creatures in the tank that they have half cover based on where they are. So in game, you're like, oh, these critters inside their tank are a little harder to hit. Outside of the game, it means they've got half cover. For people who may need a little refresher, that means they've got a +2 bonus to their AC.
So if I kind of shoved one out of the tank, it would not.
It would no longer have half cover, correct?
Right. Well, okay. Shape water. You choose an area of water that you can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube. You can manipulate it in one of the following ways. You can instantaneously move or otherwise change the flow of the water as you direct.
Up to 5 feet in any direction.
5 feet in any direction. So I'm just going to
And of course, all of my prawns are on the outer edges of the tank.
Yes. So I think I can only do one. So I'm going to, the one that is nearest to the front, closer to the table.
This one?
That one, yeah.
Okay.
I am going to attempt to give it a little upwards, sidewards push with the water
Yes.
and dump it out of the tank.
I think you just do this. I'm not seeing anything that would suggest that I need to make you roll anything. So you use your shape water spell. You see, in fact, the announcer kind of jaw goes slack for a minute and then goes, now that's a novel use of magic here in the shrimpening. We've never seen this before. They have successfully pulled one of the prawns out of the tank, and it splashes to the ground next to the tank. And then you hear it make this loud hissing sound as like bubbles and water pour out of its little prawny mouth.
Oh,
Well,
And he-
that's very sad.
I mean, we were brought here to do a job, and
Are you saying this, or is James saying this? Or is
both
who saying that?
Both. I think this is a, this wasn't going to end well for the prawns either way. Okay, I think that's all I can actually do in my turn. So I kind of hand off to the next in line to take this prawn out.
All right. Avinia, you see your companion Jet run over to the tank and cast some magic, and suddenly right behind Thalmar is a prawn that is appearing to hiss. What do you do?
Ooh.
I'm going to run up to it and hit it with my mace.
All right.
I have pocketed the knife.
Oh, nice. Mark that for sure. And give me a mace roll.
10 to hit.
A 10 does not hit a prawn.
I was just running so fast.
That's fair.
It's a little slippery right
I was going to say there's some
here.
water on the ground.
Yeah.
Makes
that's
sense.
my bad. Really.
Anything else on your turn, Avinia?
Nope, that's it.
All right. As we reach the top here, the announcer says, just 2 rounds left before they're defeated by the Battle Prawn Challenge. Can they do it? It's Thalmar's turn once again.
Here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Right behind you is a prawn.
Oh, right. Absolutely. Right behind me is a prawn. Okay. So I think that is an action that I would be doing. Okay. So, do we have any idea how strong these prawns are? Have we figured that out?
You know
Stronger than 10.
that a 10 is not high enough.
I reduced its AC by 2, but that's about it.
Okay, here, I'm going to help us out. I'm going to cast Snare
Okay.
so that we can capture this damn thing and then attack it.
All right. So it's a dexterity save. Now, interesting. I think that... hold on one second here. Just want to read about this.
I'm sure I have rope in some of my supplies.
As you cast a spell, you use the rope to... Yeah, you do. To create a circle with a 5-foot radius on the ground and the floor. Now, there is... The thing about Snare is that it does take a full minute to cast, which means...
to cast. Oh, right. Okay. That's a long
10
time.
rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. That's a good point. Yeah. That's so long. Okay, fine. Here we go. We're going to shoot this thing with our crossbow. Our crossbow that gives us 2 attacks. See if we can take it out. Okay. I just have there's too many buttons.
There are a lot of buttons.
Okay, and so normally, see, that worked. I only got a 6 that time.
All right,
but
so
I missed it.
I think, what happens there for the first hit is you started to pull out your rope, and then you're like, no, wait, that's going to take too long. So you pull out your crossbow, and you're going to aim, and
jump
it
back,
hisses at you.
and
Nice. Yeah, that's true. You got to be at a distance. You jump back, you go to fire the bolt, and it goes off on the side.
I use you know what I do, actually?
What's that?
This is a bonus action that I can do at that moment, is I do the Blessing of the Raven Queen, which lets me teleport away. And then I fire, because it's cool.
That is cool. Where do you teleport to? Do you want to move your token?
Sure, absolutely. And these are the prawns, these monsters things.
Yeah, these are the prawns, and this is the one that's outside of the tank, and this is you.
Cool. All right. So, where's me? Oh, right there. Yep. Why can't I move me?
That's a good question.
Oh, now I can. Sorry, I had the wrong me, so I can move up to 30 feet. Okay, here we go. I move back to here. There we go, just far enough so I can do a nice shot on this thing.
Nice.
And that first one missed, and now we're going to do it again. We're going to attack with our crossbow. There we go, nat 20, baby.
Woo!
Was it nat 20?
Math's 20, but that's okay.
Math's 20, yeah. 8 piercing.
So you see Thalmar sort of standing at the table, and then you hear the sound of a bunch of wings fluttering all at once as this sort of like dark cloud surrounds Thalmar, and then opening up from the ground in a new location are these great black wings that pour out, and Thalmar reappears, rising from the ground, lands, aims with the crossbow, unfortunately misses the first time, so almost ruins the brilliance of this blessing of the Raven Queen, but then quickly gets another bolt in, takes aim, fires, and boom, hits that battle prawn for 8 piercing damage as the crossbow bolt flies center mass into the critter. That is action, bonus action, and you can technically move if you'd like to.
No, I moved away, and it's good.
All right. Isidore, your turn. You were thinking about climbing the tank. You do know that you only need one of these battle prawns.
So I'm just going to come get up in this prawn's grill. Or gill. Do they have gills?
Yeah, I think so. Huh?
Yeah, get up in their gills.
That's fantastic.
And use my longsword again. Yep. So I tripped on my sword as I was approaching and stumbled along and did not get very good traction and completely missed the prawn.
And yes, indeed, all of those things do happen. For those listening at home and not watching, Annette did roll a 1, and so it is
5 in total.
Critical failure.
Yes, terrible.
As you said, you're not a cook, and
I'm not
you know
a
what?
cook,
You know
clearly.
that about yourself, and that's what's important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now that this prawn has been hit, it's a little unhappy. However, a prawn unable to move much outside of water, and so can only attack those that are near it. And so I think it sees that you just approached Isidore Lenore and is going to attempt to hit you with its head. And I don't think an 8 is going to do it.
It will not.
All right. So you see the prawn kind of rear up and slam down, but it just does so right in front of you. Not used to being out of water. And so a little bit confused. Jet/Blarb, we are back to you.
So do we think that lightning would be bad for prawns? Possibly.
Give me, I would like
Probably.
an insight check from you.
Oof, not that wise. That's a 10.
Yeah, you're not sure. In fact, you're thinking a lot about water conducting electricity and wondering more about, like, will I end up zapping my companions? And kind of, you're just not sure.
Would that stop, Jet? I'm not sure. I am going to instead cast Eldritch Blast on this thing, which is force damage, which I think should be okay. 16.
A 16 will hit.
Excellent. Sorry, I've hidden all my D10s.
That's all right. While you're looking, what is your Eldritch Blast look like?
I mean, I'm thinking your standard Emperor Palpatine kind of
Nice,
setup.
yeah.
Blue crackling energy, though not lightning.
Though not lightning, crucially.
Because I looked it up and it is force damage. So hang on, let's see. What did I say that was? It's 1d10 plus 4. That is 11 damage.
Wow. Okay. So you see Jet cast out as in the back of your minds, you all hear unlimited power. No, I'm just kidding. You see this force damage strike out. And I think as it hits, the prawn is sort of cracked. Its carapace kind of cracks and it crumples to the ground. And the announcer says, "And just like that, the shrimpening comes to a close. Now, my sous chefs will work together to create delicious shrimp cakes. Congratulations, players. You are our new champions, defeating the Battle Prawn Challenge, the shrimpening, quicker than anyone ever has."
Honestly,
And the crowd goes wild. Everyone's very excited. You see them handing out little slices of shrimp cake to everybody. You all get multiple pieces of shrimp cake, and it is delicious. But more importantly, as you're looking around, you're seeing that sort of that nod that you get when someone's saying, "I see you, you see me, I trust you, you trust me, you seem cool, and also good job." That's what all those nods are meaning as you look around and see your renown and your respect grow with this group of people. And Sid actually comes over and says, my, that was incredible. In fact, Jet, you've got to tell me what inspired you to knock that prawn out of the tank. Where'd you come up with that?
I just was thinking, I'm not going to fight them where they are. I'm going to bring them to us and they can, why should they have an advantage?
Clearly, you've read some books on battle. There's that one, The Magic of War. Yeah, that sort of don't give them the advantage, I think is what they say in that book.
I think Jet is realizing at this point that her disguise as the unassuming, just blonde girl, people may have just watched her hurl a prawn out a tank and then zap it with not lightning. So she's probably got caught up. Probably shouldn't have done that, but
interesting. So you feel a little bit like you've revealed something about yourself that otherwise would not have been known. You didn't necessarily want to reveal.
I got caught up in the thing. I was showing off, I think is where this came from. And this was my I got carried away with a knife thing. And then it was just went on pure instinct.
Let me ask, because I want to ask all of the other players here, but first I will say that from the perspective of the people here, no one I think that did not have an impact for them because all they're seeing is adventurers doing their adventurer thing. So you're just lumped in. But players, do your characters have any reaction to seeing the unassuming Jet do this level of magic? Or
they know I'm a changeling.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
So
we know that, yeah.
I think that's okay. I might have got away with it. But
the nerves are almost internal.
Yeah,
it seems.
Yeah, I think what happens is that I think Thalmar's a little surprised that Jet would expose that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it looked cool. This is the problem. If it looks cool,
you might do it.
Yeah, it's character fun.
Yeah,
you see, not Jet. You see, one of the folks come over and talk to you. And so, sorry, I'm trying to find it here now. Battle Prawn. Yeah, you see Sid come over and say, hey, so I know you're working on an investigation right now, and I was wondering, if I could help.
Yes.
Do you know anything about winlings?
Winlings. There's a small family of winlings in the nearby mountains. I know that's where winlings usually live. But that's about all what context?
We're working on a theory. There's seems to be some evidence that some winlings might be annoyed with some of the people here and be messing with them.
Are you telling me that the hauntings might be the winlings? Okay, so this is wild. Wait, for the longest time, there have been these rumors that the Tianmu and Zhongun shops are haunted. And that's because, sometimes people they'll go to one of those stores, they'll be walking along, they trip. Sometimes a persimmon goes flying at their head. It seemed like there were ghosts there. We thought they were haunted. People who work here, we tend to stay away from their shops. And so it's just visitors who haven't heard the rumors yet who go there. What if it could have been winlings the whole time?
It's just a theory. At this point, it's just a theory, but...
Oh, they can be invisible, right?
Yes.
Oh, of course. Yes, we definitely do.
It was in the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
So...
you know what? That's great. I'm going to go tell my friends about this. I really, really... Well,
wait.
Yes.
It's just a theory.
We're in the middle. It's just a theory. We're in the middle of the investigation.
Oh, are you asking me to keep this to myself?
Give it a little hush.
Just give us a little time to confirm a few things. And
What do you need?
Well, what I do need is the TMOs make a delicious meal that I used to have for lunch every day. And then their shop became haunted and then I stopped going. And all I was going to do was tell my friends who also stopped going that we could go there again and everything would be fine and we could have our favorite meal. So here's what I propose. I'm going to go there. I'm going to get my food, but I won't tell my friends about it yet. Not until I hear from you.
The only thing that I would caution you on is we suspect there are winlings operating in this area and they could mess with you.
But I have this. And he goes and grabs around his neck and then he pulls out and there's nothing in his hand. And then he's like, and he sort of pulls forth his tunic and is looking down. What the? Right. So I did have a charm that was supposed to protect me against the Fae, but it is missing. Have any of you seen it's a sort of it's got a little it's a necklace, a silver necklace. On the end of it, there's a little fluffy paw. It's a little gray fluffy paw. Have you seen anything like that around?
Do I remember seeing
Lucky
this?
rabbit's foot?
He's looking around like underneath his feet. He's looking around in the stands. You all, I'm not even going to make you roll. Your intelligence is high enough that you would recall if you had seen this and you haven't. And in fact, I would say probably your character, Brian, due to the sort of multi-plane traveling, you are familiar enough with different shops that sell trinkets that aren't actually magical. And you get the impression that that's what he had around his neck.
Got it.
A lucky rabbit's paw is not something that tends to actually be lucky.
Got it.
But he's very serious about it and is saying, so you're investigators. If you happen to see that round, would you mind bringing that back to me?
Of course we will.
I reach into my bag and I hand him a persimmon and I say, if anything attacks you, just throw this.
Wow. That's a clever idea, I guess. Thanks. And he's giving you this look like, okay, buddy. Yeah, sure.
It's a lucky persimmon.
Right. Lucky persimmon.
I promise you, my friend, it's as lucky as that rabbit's foot was.
Oh?
Yes.
And you see him look around again, and he runs over to the table where you all were chopping those green beans, and there was like bushel twine around the green beans, and he takes some of that twine, ties it around the silk netting around the persimmon, and hangs the persimmon around his neck and says, okay, now I'm going to go have lunch.
And then really quickly I cast dancing lights.
Oh, wow. So he's like seeing the lights light up on the persimmon, and he's like, I think my luck might even be greater than it was before. Wow. And as he walks away, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, as he walks away, I turn to everybody else and go, we may have made him a target.
You did.
Well, that'll help us in our investigation.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe we should follow
chaotic
him.
Neutral.
Yes.
I am chaotic neutral.
So, in fact, as you've wrapped up on the final game that is available to you, your renown has grown. You have been around, you've talked to enough of these folks, you've helped enough of these folks that there's trust amongst the group. And on top of that, you are well known enough that you can pretty much trust that the communications that you have with people are, forthright and honest. And as you're kind of like taking that all in, thinking about the success that you have achieved and ready to take on the next leg of this investigation, you do see him walking off, and suddenly, like, wind is kind of picking up, and you hear, let me see if I've got original sound turned on, because otherwise I could see the thing trying to stop making the sounds. Okay, never mind. You do hear like sort of strange mutterings in the air as the wind is picking up, and you catch his hair kind of fly up a little bit as the dust is picking up around him. And yeah, you think that you may have created a beacon, if you will, around Sid as he's walking forth with his good luck persimmon that is now a disco persimmon, as he marches off into the distance. Will our adventurers be able to save Sid Squid from death by windlings? Will it actually be death by windlings? Will the battle prawns they made result in stomach aches later? Well, we'll just have to find out on the next thrilling adventure that could very well be the conclusion of Salted Legacy from Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. Dear players, James Thompson, Brian Guffey, Annette Weerstra, Aline Sims, thank you so much for playing today. I have been your Dungeon Master, Micah Sargent, and we will be back again in the future with more episodes of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, and this, the first Salted Legacy adventure. Thank you.
All right.
So next time we play, which I'll reach out about that, we will, this is always the thing, I say this and then it jinxes it, but there's every reason to believe that we should finish this specific adventure next time. Now that you have gained the renown that's necessary to sort of you're in the stage of Clue where you're asking to see everybody's envelopes, right? So yeah, we're there now. So yeah, thanks everybody for playing today. And thank you all for tuning in if you have. And if not, then hello bootleg. You're seeing this afterward. I think that takes care of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Please, everyone, upload your files. In fact, I will share that link in the wonderful new Slack channel that we have. And also in the other channel, just so that it's in both places. And I will talk to you all later.
I shall stop the bootleg.